One criticism I've heard of these tools, and this has come from people even as famous as Itamar Galad, who is one of the most well-known PM influencers. He said that when we jump into prototyping for ideation, for instance, we sometimes are going too fast into the solution space. We're not spending enough time on the problem space. How do PMs think about the life cycle of product development and what they should be doing in the problem space and when they should move to the solution space and start looking at a prototype?
That's a really interesting question, first of all. Vibe coding tools and basically also Figma, every prototyping tool, every tool where you give the output of what's there, what you want there means that you know what's there. And I totally agree. I think research is super important in a PM's job. Both research on the web and using AI tools for research, just to research how this feature looks like, what user stories you have. There's a lot to do before you even get to prototyping, and I would never give up that step. I think it's all about research and communicating with users. The visual aspect of the feature you're building is usually not the big thing. It is a big part of the job, obviously, but it's by the time you got to it, you already know what the feature is that you want exactly, and that's really the big decision.
So really, you need to understand what problem you're solving, what user story, and the rough shape of the feature, right? So these three elements, if you guys truly want to master AI prototyping, you can't just jump in to the solution space. That's why we wanted to start here, you guys, to give you the context of what we're about to show you. This is when to use it. Don't overuse a tool. Whenever a new tool comes out, we just want to use a hammer on everything. AI prototyping has its place, and now we're going to show you exactly what its place is. So let's get into it. Can you show us how to build something from scratch in Dazzle?
Okay, so I'll start by opening Dazzle, and let's try to go for a flow, really the flow that our PMs go through, the flow that I really believe for PMs in using such products. So as you said, we could choose what we wanted, and we were talking to you on LinkedIn, so we chose to add a feature to LinkedIn, and we're going to simulate like we're a product manager working in LinkedIn. We have a great idea for a new feature, but even before we start, the first thing we really want is we want to build on something. We want to start by having something that looks like our product that we can start from, so let's start from there. I'm gonna already took a screenshot of LinkedIn, so I'm just going to drop it here and tell it a small prompt to recreate the page, and we're sending it to go. So it's going to take it a minute or so, and it's important to understand what it does in the meantime. Dazzle ramps up really a server for you. I know I'm diving into technicals here, but I think it's important to understand. I always think it's important to understand as a PM some of the technical decisions behind your product. In this case, it means that it's very much open. You actually have a server. It can talk to wherever you want, bring data from wherever you want, and pretty much do anything you can imagine on the web. It does take a bit more time, and it just finished raising the server and it's starting to write the code. Now, the reason I said that it's I always start with this. I start with copying the product I want to add a feature to, at the very least the visual aspects of it. So I'm not starting from a blank page, and I can basically see where I want to fit the new feature inside. Also, it's super important because I can save that, I can reuse that, I can then build a lot of features from that, which is really, it's going to save me a lot of time in the flow later.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Pendo, the leading software experience management platform. McKinsey found that 78% of companies are using Gen AI, but just as many have reported no bottom line improvements. So how do you know if your AI agents are actually working? Are they giving users the wrong answers, creating more work instead of less, improving retention, or hurting it? When your software data and AI data are disconnected, you can't answer these questions. But when you bring all your usage data together in one place, you can see what users do before, during, and after they use AI, showing you when agents work, how they help you grow, and when to prioritize on your roadmap. Pendo Agent Analytics is the only solution built to do this for product teams. Start measuring your AI's performance with Agent Analytics at pendo.io/Akash. That's pendo.io/AAKASH. I hope you enjoyed that short clip. You can check out the full episode here.